Hi students, this is Rajesh Jimlani. You are watching my YouTube channel Easy Chem by Sir Rajesh Jimlani. Today we are doing an important topic of first year chemistry and from the chapter number 7, and our topic is balance equations by ion electron method. This is one of the most important topic comes in the annual exam as well as entrance tests. So be with me. So our topic is how to balance equations by ion electron method. There are several steps to balance equation by ion electron method. We are directly going to the step number 1. So what it states? Step number 1. Step number 1 of balancing ion electron equations by ion electron method is that split or convert molecular equation into ionic equation. So the first step of balancing equation by ion electron method is convert molecular equation into ionic equation. This step is very much crucial and it need more concentration and your prior knowledge, that what you have learned about the electrolytes, that which one are weak electrolytes, which one are strong electrolytes, which electrolyte undergoes considerable ionization and which do not. Here we ionize only those compounds or electrolytes into ions which have more than 30 or 40% ionization. If we are familiar about the weak electrolyte and strong electrolyte, such as in case of acids, say we have two acids, H2S and HNO3. We know that this is a very weak acid having percentage of ionization less than 1%, and it is very strong acid having dissociation percentage greater than 90%. So when we put this thing into water, it produces less than 1 ion per 100 moles. It produces more than 90 moles of ions per 100 moles. So it is strong, it is weak electrolyte. And this one is strong electrolyte. So while we balance equation by ion electron method, what we do, we don't have to convert this into this form, that 2 hydrogen ions plus sulfur. So we cannot write like this. It retains its original position. We don't write like this. We write like this. It remains in its original position because it has not considerable degree of dissociation. That is why these type of electrolytes, which are very weak electrolyte, if their degree of ionization is less than 10% or 20%, we have to keep these as they are written in the equation. We don't ionize these. In case of strong electrolytes such as nitric acid, we know that when nitric acid is put into water, it produces nitrate ion plus hydrogen ion. So we ionize nitric acid because it is a strong electrolyte, but we do not ionize hydrogen sulfide. So this is the first rule, and this rule is all about your prior concept, that what you have learned. If you are familiar with the strength of electrolyte, whether we are having strong electrolyte or weak electrolyte. We don't dissociate weak electrolyte or we don't ionize weak electrolyte, but we ionize strong electrolyte. So there are no hard rules for this concept, just you have to memorize. You should be familiar which one electrolyte is a weak and which one electrolyte is a strong. On the basis of that, you can do this step. The step 2 is that in step 2, split ionic equation into two half reactions. So in step 2, what we have to do, we have to break up the equation into two half reactions. As this equation is a redox reaction, represent a redox reaction. In redox reaction, we know that oxidation and reduction reaction takes place. We have to separate these two equations into two half reaction. One is called oxidation and other is called reduction. For example, if we have to consider this example, H2S plus nitrate ion, and the product is NO, sulfur plus water. If we have this equation, we write oxidation number in both reactants and products. Hydrogen will be +1 as it is bonded to non-metal, sulfur will be -2. There is a 1 minus charge on this ion. We know that oxygen is -2, -2 into 6, -2 into 3 is equal to -6. -6, if when we put on the right hand side, it becomes +6, +6 minus 1 +5. So nitrogen here is +5, oxygen is -2, nitrogen is +2, sulfur is 0 as it is individual, hydrogen +1, oxygen -1. Now there are two elements. We see in any redox reaction, we see there will be two elements. One of that element will undergo increase in oxidation number and other will undergo decrease in oxidation number. So look at sulfur. The oxidation of sulfur has been increased from -2 to 0. So -2 to 0, it means the oxidation number has been raised. So this is oxidation reaction. Now look at other element whose oxidation number has been decreased. Notice that this nitrogen +5 +2. So oxidation number has been dropped from +5 to +2. This reaction is a reduction reaction. So what we need to do, we separate these two reactions. How we separate these two reactions? First write oxidation reaction. Oxidation reaction. Secondly write reduction reaction. Oxidation, reduction. And which substance has undergone oxidation? It's hydrogen sulfide. We write here hydrogen sulfide, H2S. And we draw an arrow. And at this side there is a sulfur. Which substance has undergone reduction? It's nitrate ion, NO3, 1 minus, it became equal to NO. So this is a reduction, this is oxidation. We have separated these reactions on the basis of change in oxidation number. If the oxidation number of a substance is increased, it has undergone oxidation. If oxidation number of a substance is decreased, it has undergone reduction. So we have separated on the basis of difference of oxidation number, that oxidation number of sulfur has been increased from -2 to 0 and oxidation number of nitrogen has been decreased from +5 to +2. So this is a reduction, this is oxidation. Step 3. In step 3, if say we are balancing equation by an acidic medium, we are balancing equation in acidic medium. In acidic medium, step 3 is what? We have to balance elements other than oxygen and hydrogen first. First we leave oxygen and hydrogen and we balance other elements such as sulfur, such as nitrogen. Then thereafter, after balancing sulfur, nitrogen means other elements, we will go for the balancing oxygen and hydrogen. So stay with me. So rule number 3 is that first balance elements other than oxygen and hydrogen. So first of all, we leave oxygen and hydrogen and we have to keep balancing other elements which are not oxygen or hydrogen. So in this case, in oxidation and in reduction, in oxidation the elements are hydrogen and sulfur. So in reactant side there is one sulfur, in product side there is one sulfur. So we balance, when we complete the balancing of other elements, we will go for the hydrogen and oxygen. So here there are two hydrogen atoms. In acidic medium, for each hydrogen atom we add hydrogen ion. So if hydrogen is excess in the one side, we add hydrogen ions at the deficient side or other side. So here there are two hydrogen atoms, they are in excess. Here there is no hydrogen hydrogen atoms, so we write for each hydrogen one hydrogen ion. So there are two hydrogen atoms, we write two hydrogen ions. So in this way, sulfur is balanced, hydrogen is also balanced. So go to the reduction part. In reduction, there is a nitrate ion, -1, and it is converted into NO. So nitrogen is already balanced as one nitrogen, one nitrogen. We will go for oxygen. In basic medium, to balance oxygen, for each oxygen we write one H2O. So whatever be the number of oxygen atom deficient at that side, at oxygen deficient side, we add number of water molecules equal to the deficiency of oxygen atom. For example, here there are 3 oxygen atoms, here there is 1. So how many oxygen are deficient? 2. So we write 2 water molecules directly here without thinking anymore. The side that is deficient with oxygen will be added water molecules equal to the number of deficiency of oxygen atoms. Here there are 3 oxygen atoms and here there is 1 oxygen atom. So 2 oxygens are less at this side, we have added 2 water molecules. This is a way. For hydrogen, we write hydrogen ions in deficient side. For oxygen, we write water at the deficient side. For each oxygen, 1 water. 5 oxygen deficient, 5 waters will be added. So this is a way of balancing this step. Now step number 4. Step 4 is that in step 4, when these elements have been balanced, we have to equalize the number of electrons lost and gained in both oxidation and reduction side. So in oxidation side and in reduction side. In oxidation side, we see that hydrogen sulfide is converted into sulfur plus 2 hydrogen ion. So here sulfur was -2, here sulfur is 0. The change in oxidation number, how many electrons should be added or to which side electrons should be added? Electrons are added to that side which have more number of positive charges. For example, it is 0, it is 0. All elements are 0. Here there are 2 positive charges. So to cancel out these 2 positive charges, we write 2 electrons here. So by writing 2 electrons, the charge becomes equal to plus 2 minus 2. Minus 2 how? 1 minus 1 for 1 electron. So 2 minus 2 for 2 electrons. So plus 2 minus 2. So these charges we have to cancel out, and these charges are cancelled by the addition of number of electrons. So at that side, electrons are added which have excessive positive charge. So here there was no positive charge. Here there were 2 positive charges. For 2 positive charges, we added 2 electrons. The number of electrons to be added at the positive side depends upon the change in oxidation number. So how oxidation number sulfur has been changed from -2 to 0. So how many numbers, unit numbers, oxidation number have increased 2 units. So we add 2 electrons. In this way, in reduction side, NO3 -1, and it has been converted into, here we left one thing, 2H2O. So at this side, there is an increase of 4 hydrogen atoms and there are no hydrogen atoms at this side. So what we add for each hydrogen, we add hydrogen ion. So how many number of hydrogens increase at this side? 4. So we write 4 hydrogen ions here. In the same way, if we have nitrate ion, so we keep same equation in this step as we did here. Just we have to add electrons to equalize the number of charges. Now we write this equation as it is before. 4 hydrogen ions, NO, 2H2. And another thing you have to keep in your mind that in oxidation, electrons are added at the product side. In reduction, electrons are added at the reactant side. So what is the difference in oxidation number? Here it is +5. here it is plus 2. The change in oxidation number is 3. So the oxidation number of nitrogen is decreased 3 units. We add 3 electrons to which side? Which is the side that have excessive number of positive charges. So how many? So this is oxidation number. The charge carried by this ion is -1 and this ion is +4. +4 and -1 difference is -3. If difference is -3, then we add 3 electrons. 3 electrons to cancel these excessive positive charges. So when we add 3 electrons at this side, 3 electrons and this side, the charge carried by each ion will be equalized. 3 minus, 1 minus, total -4, +1 into 4, +4. So these charges have been equalized. So in this step, we have to equalize the number of charges. And how we can do this? We can simply do this in oxidation reaction, the electrons by adding electrons. In oxidation reactions, we add electrons at the product side. And how many electrons should be added? It depends upon the change in oxidation number. What is the change in a delta oxidation number? Change in oxidation number. Here the oxidation number was 2. We added 2 electrons. Change in oxidation number. -2 to 0. So the number of unit times oxidation number has varied. It's 2. So we add 2 electrons. Here in this case, oxidation number was +5. Oxidation number is +2. The change in oxidation number is 3. We add 3 electrons to balance this equation. And electrons in oxidation, electrons are added at the right side, in the product side. In reduction, electrons are added at the left side or reactant side. So this thing you have to keep in your mind. Or another thing, that how many electrons should be added at either side. Look at the number of positive charges in both reactants and product. If the positive charges are excess in reactants, we add electrons in the reactant side. If positive charges are in excess at product side, we add electron in the product side. So look at here. Here there were 2 positive charges and there were no negative charges. This is oxidation number, otherwise H2 has no charge. So here there were 2 positive charges. So the positive charges were in excessive amount in product side, we added 2 electrons. Here -1 charge on this ion and +4 charge on these 4 hydrogen ions. So the difference was +3. So +3 charges were excess in reactant side, we add electron in the reactant side. So these are the 2 ways. If oxidation, electrons are added at the product side. If reduction, electrons are added at the reactant side. In oxidation, leave it, it's enough. So we will go for the step number 5. In step number 5, what we have to do, we just multiply either one equation or both equations, either one electron equation or both equations by a suitable number in order to make loss or gain of electron. This is oxygen, oxidation means loss of electron. This is reduction, reduction means gain of electron. So in this rule, what we have to do, a statement of this rule is that equalize number of electrons lost or gained. That how many electrons have been lost by a substance or gained by a substance. In case of sulfur, it has lost 2 electrons. In case of nitrogen, it have gained 3 electrons. So we have to mention these electrons in both reactant and product side. So rule number 5 is that multiply each equation by each equation or either of these equation by a suitable number that number of electrons lost and gained become equal. So I mistakenly write this thing at step number 4. In step number 4, we have to mention the number of electrons lost or gained. We just have to mention it has lost 2 electrons, it has gained 3 electrons. But in this step, we don't equalize the number of electrons lost or gained. This thing is done in the step number 5. This is the last step. That what we do, we multiply either oxidation or reduction reaction or both with suitable numbers in order to make number of electrons lost or gained equal. So look at here, in oxidation side, this is oxidation, this one is reduction. In oxidation, what happens? H2S, sulfur, 2H plus, 2 electrons. This is oxidation side, and this is reduction side, that NO3 minus 1 plus 4 hydrogen ions plus 3 electrons, NO 2H2O. The simplest way of equalizing the number of electrons lost or gained is cross multiplication. How many electrons here? 2. How many electrons here? 3. The number of electrons lost, 2. The number of electrons, 3. We cross multiply. We multiply 3 with the electron gained by the reduction equation. We multiply 2 with the electrons lost by oxidation. So this is the way to making the number of electrons equal. It does not work in every reaction, but in more than 90% cases, you can equalize the number of electrons this way by cross multiplication. It means that oxidation electrons, the number of electrons lost in oxidation are multiplied, we will multiply whole equation of reduction by the number of electrons lost. We will multiply the whole equation of oxidation with the number of electrons gained. So by doing so, the total number of with which number we have to multiply oxidation equation? It's 3. It becomes 3H2S, 3 sulfur, 3 to the 6 hydrogen ion, and 3 to the 6 electrons. So after multiplying with 3, it becomes this one. So with which number we have to multiply this equation? 2, as the number of electrons lost in oxidation equation is 2. We multiply 2 with this reduction equation. So when we multiply it with 2, it becomes 2 nitrate ion plus 8 hydrogen ion, as we have to multiply with 2, 6 electrons and 2 NO and 4 H2O. 4 H2O. Now what we do, we cancel the number of electrons as they have been equalized, or before cancelling these, we add up these equations. So step 6 is add both oxidation and reduction equations. How will we add these equations? Reactant at the reactant side and product at the product side. So the reactants of oxidation are 3H2S. The reactants of reduction reaction are 2 nitrate ion plus 8 hydrogen ion plus 6 electrons. So the product will be equal to, what is the product side of oxidation? 3S plus 6 hydrogen ion plus 6 electron. And what is the product side of reduction? 2NO plus 4H2. Now cancel out the same kind of species which is common in both reactant and product. We have to subtract these 6 electrons. When we took 6 there, it becomes 6 positive. Cancel out 6 hydrogen, 8 hydrogen, 8 minus 6, becomes 2 hydrogen. So 2 hydrogen ions will remain in the reaction, and nothing is common in both reactants and products. So after cancelling out, we will have a balance equation. This balance equation is equal to 3H2S plus 2 nitrate ions plus 2 hydrogen ions, 3 sulfur plus 2 NO plus 4 H2. Now this equation we have in the ionic form, so we have to convert this in molecular form. What happens in the molecular form, that 2 hydrogen ion, 2 nitrate ion, 2 plus 1 and 2 minus 1, they become 2HNO3. So this is what only we have to do. Now count the number of each element in both reactant and product, whether they are equal or not. How many sulfurs? 3 sulfur. How many sulfur? 3 sulfur. They are equal. How many hydrogen? 3 to the 6. 6 plus 2, 8. 8 hydrogen. 4 H2O. There are 8 hydrogen. So the hydrogen are also balanced. How many oxygen nitrogen atoms are there? 2N, 2 into N, 2N, 2N. 2 nitrogen each side. So nitrogen is also balanced. What about oxygen? 3 to the 6. 2, 4, 6. 6 oxygen each side. 6 oxygen each side. In this way, we balance equation by ion electron method. We use the acidic medium. Now we will use basic medium. The only difference in acidic and basic medium is that in acidic medium, in place of hydrogen, we use hydrogen ion. In acidic medium, and for oxygen, we use water. For the deficiency of oxygen, we use water in acidic medium. In basic medium, for hydrogen, we add water. For oxygen, we add hydroxide ion. So this is the change in both. This technique is for acidic and neutral medium. If we have acidic or neutral medium, for each deficiency of hydrogen ion, we write hydrogen ion. For each deficiency of oxygen atom, we write water. In basic medium, for each deficiency of hydrogen, we add 1 water molecule. For each deficiency of oxygen, we add 1 OH ion. So this is what we have to change in the basic medium. But solving equation by acidic medium is much more simple than the basic medium. So we balance equation in acidic medium, and in the last step we convert it into basic medium. So we don't need to go for this technique. We can convert this equation into what? Basic medium equation. For example, in the last equation, this is our last equation. This is our last equation. What we have to do, we have to just, how many hydrogen ions are there? 2. Write 2 OH here. 2 OH here. Now what we are doing, we are converting what? An equation balanced by acidic medium, we are converting into basic medium. To do so, what we need to do the number of hydrogen ions, we add exact number of same OH ions in both reactants and products. Now 2H ion, 2H2 ion, they will be converted into 2H2O. 2H2O. Now 2H2O here, 4H2O there. So in order to we cancel the same substances in both reactant and product. So we cancel 2H2O from here. We minus these 2 water molecules from 4. So the remaining water molecules will be 2H2O. So these OH are cancelled with 2H ion as we combine these, and they become water, and water has been subtracted from 4H2O, and there become only 2H2O when we balance this equation in basic medium, while 2OH ion remains. When we balance this equation in basic medium, our answer will be this one: 3H2S plus 2 nitrate ion, 3 sulfur plus 2NO plus 2H2O, and 2OH ion. So this will be our equation in case of basic medium. So we have converted just acidic medium into basic medium. This is what we have to do. So we have to do smart work, not making things complex. We have to make things simplified. So this is the way. Look at the atoms, whether they have been balanced or not. 6 hydrogen, 2 to the 4, 4 plus 2, 6 hydrogen. So 6 hydrogen each side. Nitrogen. How many nitrogen? 2. 2 nitrogen, 2 nitrogen, 2 nitrogen. And how many oxygens? 6. 2, 4, 4, 2, 6, 6 oxygen. So each element is balanced. So this is a way to balance equations by ion electron method. Stay with me for more practice examples and homework. Thank you. Welcome back, guys. Welcome back, guys. Here we are with practice MCQs number 1. We did very much explanatory and descriptive method in the previous part of video. In this part, if an MCQs comes in the entity-test, how to do this MCQs by ion electron method. So be with me. So we don't go for that lengthy process. All we do that we discussed before, but in the shortcut manner. We write split equation, this equation directly into ionic equation. So be with me. First of all, assign. The first what we need to do is to assign oxidation number. So here there will be plus 7. How it becomes plus 7? Watch my previous video. You will be familiar to assign oxidation number. Here minus is already given. It is minus 1. If nothing is written, it means 1. It is minus 1. And this minus 1 is for the whole ion. So plus 7 for the manganese, minus 2 for oxygen, and minus 1 is on the whole ion. Iodine, the oxidation for iodine is minus 1 here, hydrogen is plus 1. Here it is already mentioned plus 2. The oxidation of iodine is 0. The oxidation of hydrogen is 1, it's minus 2. Now find two elements. We write here, we split this equation directly, oxidation and what? Reduction. Oxidation and reduction. Find that element whose oxidation number has been increased. This is iodine. Minus 1, 0. So which one is greater, minus 1 or 0? 0. So its oxidation number has been increased. So it has undergone oxidation. So we write here in oxidation portion, I minus 1, I2. I minus 1, I2, 0. So its oxidation number has been increased, it's an oxidation reaction. For the same reason, which one is a reduction? Plus 7, plus 2. So plus 7, plus 2. So its oxidation number is decreased 5 units, it's a reduction. We write here manganese in the form of magnetine, manganese plus 2. What else thing we need to do? We have to equalize the number of elements other than oxygen in water. 2 iodine, 1 iodine, 2 iodine. 1 manganese in order to. So we balance these elements in the last stage. First of all, we mention the number of electrons lost and gained. So how many electrons are lost by iodine? There are 2 iodine. So 2 electrons will be lost. So 2 minus charges, when we keep this side, they become 2 plus, 2 plus 2 minus, they will be cancelled out. So here there is plus 7, here there is plus 5. So how many positive charges are in excess at this side? 5 charges. We write 5 electrons at this side. So by writing 5 electrons at this side and by writing 2 electrons at this side, now we have to multiply both equations by suitable number, and the best method is cross multiplication. So 2 electrons, we multiply a reduction equation by 2. 5 electrons, we multiply oxidation equation by 5. So what happens here? It becomes 10 iodine. It becomes, we are going to multiply with 5 iodine plus 10 electrons. Now by multiplying 2 with 5, it becomes 10 electrons, plus 2 MnO4 minus 1. At product side, we have to multiply with 2 Mn plus 2, and now the number of electrons has been equalized. So when they are equalized, now balance oxygen and hydrogen. There is no oxygen and hydrogen in the oxidation reaction, leave that. Here 2 into 4, 8. So directly write 8 water molecules here. So by writing 8 molecules of water, how many hydrogens have been added? 16. Write 16 hydrogens at this side. So by combining this equation, our result will be at reactant side 10 iodide ions plus 16 hydrogen plus 2 MnO4. At product side, there are 5 I2, 2 Mn plus 2 and 8 H2O. So 10 iodine 10. Iodine at the second number, so where is the 10? Where is the 10 at second number? This one. 10 at the second number. 16 hydrogen. 16 hydrogen, hydrogen is at the third number. 2 manganese. Manganese at the first number, 2 manganese. At product side, 5 iodine. Iodine. So I rearrange this first manganese. What is the manganese? Manganese is 2. So we write 2 here. And what about iodine? They are 5. So as iodine is written in the second, I write here. So 2 manganese, 5 iodine, 8 water, 8 waters. This is the correct equation. In this way, you will deal the problem. It takes around 1.5 to 2 minutes. So as it is a very lengthy process, if we write all the steps, we convert split equation into oxidation reduction, we did. But in the quick method or less time method, to in order to equalize the number of atoms, we multiplied the number of electrons to make the electrons lost and gain equal, we did. And in the end, we adjusted water molecules and hydrogen ions. If you do this, because if we balance oxygen hydrogen in this step, again we have to we have to multiply with 2 and 5 whatsoever the numbers we need to balance them. First find the number of these other elements and then multiply in the end. You will get the same answer, but in the less possible time. So this is a way to deal this method. Now I am giving you an assignment in which I give you 4 or 5 equations in acidic and basic medium. If you wish to convert it into basic medium, what you need to do? Do the same method. How many hydrogens are there? 16. We have to write 16 OH in both sides. 16 OH. If we convert this acidic medium into basic medium, we just need to do in acidic medium, whatever be the number of hydrogen ions, we have to write exactly same number of hydroxide ions in both reactants and products. Now 16 hydrogen, 16 OH, they produces 16 water. They produces 16 water. And at this side, how many waters are there? 8. At this side, how many waters are there? 16. So we cancel these water molecules and subtract from this side. So total water becomes 8, and these 16 hydrogen won't be cancelled out and they remain in the product side. So in basic medium, this equation will be equal to 10I, 16 has been cancelled. So what remained here? 8H2O plus 2 manganate is equal to 5I2 plus 2 manganese. Water has been cancelled, 16 OH. So this is the way to convert balanced acidic equation into balanced basic equation. So this is a basic medium equation. So we can do MCQs in acidic medium as well as in basic medium. So I give you 3 or 4 equations in the practice section, and you have to balance these equations in both acidic and basic medium and send me in the comment box their coefficients only. You don't need to write whole the equation. just say for equation number 1, 1, 2 for reactant and 3, 4 for product. Write this one. Okay, stay with me. I hope you might have enjoyed this topic. So stay with me, stay blessed. Thank you guys. Here is a homework assignment for you guys. Balance each of the following equation in both acidic and basic medium. So you have to separately write acidic medium and basic medium. You balance these equations in both acidic and basic mediums, as I told you before. And in comment box, your answer should be like, if 2 moles of this, 5 moles of this, 3 moles of this, 4 moles of this. So you write equation number 1, acidic, medium, 2, 5 and 3, 4. So your answer should be in this manner. So I'll be waiting for your answer. Write down these equations, take a screenshot, or I'll stay this screen for about a minute. So write down these equations, do this, subscribe my channel, be happy, happy. Thanks God.